Hi, I'm James Van Osdell. This is Car Con Carne, and if you own a home in the Chicago area, in the suburban Chicago area, you know winters are brutal on your home. They are hell on your doors, your windows, your gutters, and then you get no relief because spring comes along and the storms just do tons of damage. If you think you may have damages that could qualify you for a roof and or siding replacement through your insurance, you need to talk to my friends at Suburban Roofing and Siding. They'll give you a free 9-point inspection of your property exterior before you call your insurance company. Let them assess any damages you may have and walk you through the steps of a claim, hassle-free. They're an accredited member of the Better Business Bureau with an A+ rating, and all their contractors are licensed, bonded, and insured. They also use the highest quality materials available at no additional charge to you. Call 224-677-6149, 224-677-6149, or visit them at suburbanroofingandsiding.com. If you're a homeowner, these are the new friends you need to make. Suburban Roofing and Siding. All right, so it is Car Con Carne. We are at Punk Rock Tacos in Villa Park. That right there is the man behind Punk Rock Tacos. He is Noah Corona. Punk Rock Tacos is at Cemitas Poblanas, 345 North Avenue in Villa Park. We're here on Friday the 13th. I'm feeling lucky. I'm feeling lucky just to have you in the car.
Thank you.
This dream come true, Noah.
Thanks for coming, man.
And we have burritos, which are burritos punk rock? I know tacos are.
Burritos are hella punk rock.
Hella punk rock.
Punk rock and burritos.
They're hella
Can't get
gigantic
any
is
better.
what they are. We got steak, right?
Yes.
Yes. All right. We're going to dig into these and really elegantly eat them as we talk about punk rock tacos. Oh, and we've got, I'm a green sauce guy. I'm a verde. Yeah.
A verde. Mm-hmm. They're very good.
More of a,
I go both ways with the
see,
sauce.
I'm being foolish. You'd think I'd never been to a Mexican restaurant before. I'm putting the sauce on my burrito before testing it. I have no idea what the intensity it will be. You'd think it was my first time. But here we go. So punk rock burritos at Punk Rock Tacos. Mm-hmm. That's fucking hot.
This burrito is actually the beginning of it all.
Explain.
If you really want to know, the whole reason we're here is because I live 2 blocks away. And during the pandemic, I was under the impression, like the way they said lockdown, like we're not even allowed to leave our house. I thought you get arrested if you're caught driving. They were saying people are going to have special driving permits and all that. So I was like, where am I going to eat? And I found this place that just opened up in November before the March.
This looks like it's been here forever.
COVID. Well, yeah, it's been here. And so it's been a few different Mexican restaurants from 10 to 15 years, I say, of time. And before then, in the early 2000s and probably many years prior, it was a bar with entertainment. Yeah, It was a place. I think I've heard the word Nick's Bar. I don't remember which one it was, but I've heard a couple different names. So that's why when I came in to start getting a burrito like every other day, and margarita to go, all of a sudden in the pandemic it was okay to give alcohol to people to drive away with. I was like, I had to ask for a lid. It was pretty funny. So after coming in here, I would be like, what's up with the stage? Like, let's do it. And
It's a nice little stage.
Yeah, it's a great stage. We started doing Punk Rock Tacos a couple years into it, after the pandemic.
How did you approach that with them?
Well, I just said that I celebrated my 40th birthday, even though it was my 41st. Cause
you don't look a day over 20.
I felt gypped over, thank you. I felt gypped over the whole pandemic thing, got no 40th party, so I did my 40th party at my 41st birthday, and that was it. I waited, it was August 13th, and I waited, I didn't do September, I did October, and then I was like, should we do it again? And it just came a thing.
Because it's a little bit of a disconnect when you pull up to this place. There's no way you think, oh yeah, of course they host punk rock shows. Then you walk in, okay, I get it. I totally get it. And here's the thing, Noah, and I'll let you eat. By the way, the green sauce, bad mistake to put that on untested.
It's hot, right?
It is fire.
These people are from Puebla.
Here's the thing. I really think we're at a point in time where there aren't enough all ages opportunities for kids. I mean, I think there's a real, certainly in the city.
And see, I grew up around here, And I grew up. I was that 16-year-old kid in 1996 when Local H's As Good as Dead dropped. Mm-hmm. You remember? And at that time, we had everything. All the elder punks. Made sure we had a scene. We had a scene thriving.
The elder punks, the Illuminati.
Yeah, we had a scene thriving. It was just like given to us, and they worked for it. And that's just what I'm trying to do now. Like, as it went away, there's lulls in this stuff. It goes up and down, up and down.
Because do VFW shows even still happen?
No, I mean that was in the 90s.
Yeah,
we did. My friend Kevin, who's actually inside, he did VP Punk Night, and a lot of people know that. You might have even met him before. Kevin Williams, he did VP Punk Night. I think he did like about 50 shows, and then that ended, and then this kind of picked up. And our first show was the VFW in Villa Park.
I love that you're doing this. And obviously, the people who run Cemitas are so on board with this. Like there's a pole to the right side of the front door. It says Punk Rock Tacos. Like, it's fully painted on.
Yeah, that's $96 of magnets.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, those are 20 by 20 magnets.
I thought it was painted on. Okay, that makes more sense.
You need a magnet guy. I got them. Yeah,
that's
it's been up for months. And when I initially put it up, I actually put it up and put it down a couple times. I told him I would take it down every show. I was like, we'll just leave it up 2 days before, take it down 2 days after. He doesn't care. He was just like hoping nobody complained. Like, for instance, the billboard place. It's like free advertisement. Mm-hmm. It's been up for like 5 months now. I'm not taking it down.
Well, I love it. And you walk in the place. It is a traditional Mexican restaurant. They've got a little bar there, so you can have a Corona or a Modelo as you're enjoying tacos and punk rock.
Mm-hmm. And the food's fire.
And tell me again, you started this, you got the idea during the pandemic, and the first one was just over a year ago?
August 13th, 2021. Yeah.
It's interesting. I posted that I was here before you jumped in the car, and my friend Jamie said, this is easily one of the best new venues in the area.
Yeah, we have great shows here. We've had over 100 bands already play.
Is that right? How is that even possible?
Because we do 5 bands a night, and we're already on our 20th show. We do some repeats, but we're over 20 shows, really. It's on number 20, but
that's
we had
amazing.
A couple other shows, too. We've had 100 bands play here already.
I'm guessing booking isn't other than it being time consuming. I'm guessing it's not hard to find people.
No, I have 100 bands in the inbox at all times, and so we just expanded Punk Rock Tacos to Exit Saloon at 6312 South Harlem, at 63rd and Harlem, and so we do now.
The South Side needs this too.
Yeah, so that's owned by the same owner as Exit. Okay, he bought Exit in 2016. It went under code sometime around the pandemic. It's this year should be reopening. I'm a contractor myself. I'm going to help them open it, and then we get to take over half of that place too. So the old Exit, as we know it, the old Exit from the 90s, that one on North Avenue, I believe.
Well, there are some people who may know the old Exit from the 80s.
Yes, and I didn't even actually know about that one. I didn't know.
I got in there once when I was underage.
Did you?
Mm-hmm. On Well Street.
That's cool.
Yeah, I don't know if it's cool or not. Kids, don't try that. It's a bad idea. I don't think that is cool. Oh, this is delicious. I'm gonna fall asleep before your band starts tonight.
Please don't.
This is gigantic. This is a gigantic.
You don't want to miss Nawales Underground. They're playing third. I don't know if you can hang out or not, but they're all Latino band.
Ooh,
and they're awesome.
Latino punk rock.
Yeah, I love punk rock, ska, and everything. Yeah, they're really cool. Everything's in Espanol with them. They have like only a couple words in English.
So, you mentioned the elder punks. What's your connection to the scene? Have you been in a lot of bands, or have you just been punk adjacent? Have you been?
I was in a band. I guess my first band in high school that I sold my Christmas gifted guitar, acoustic guitar, for a microphone. Was called Prime Suspect, and then they kicked me out and started Kung Fu Rick.
Okay.
I don't know if you know the hardcore background here in DuPage, but we have a hardcore. In the 90s, it was hardcore this, hardcore that. It was crazy hardcore music, and Kung Fu Rick was one of the most hardcore bands, hardcore grindcore. And then it turned into, that band kind of evolved into He Who Corrupts.
Okay.
We're actually doing one of the reunion shows here, June 2nd. But I was in a band I got kicked out of, and then I started after high school, another band. Then I was in Dude Man Bro, was my longest running band for a while. We did
Which is such a great name.
Tours.
That band should continue just because of the name. That needs to be part of people's lives. So do people eat during the shows? Like, I guess that's how the restaurant makes
Definitely.
money.
We eat during interviews around here, even. Yes, no, people are raving about the food. They love it. It's not just like little bar food. It's a real authentic restaurant.
We're recording on the 13th of January. By the way, it suddenly got cold today. It's winter again.
Yeah.
So, I mean, by the time people watch this and or hear this, it'll be too late to see these bands. But I know you have a lot of stuff coming up.
Yes. We have 2 shows a month now. We got the 3rd Saturday of every month will be Exit Saloon.
Mm-hmm.
This whole year, everyone, will be the 3rd Saturday of every month, Exit Saloon in Summit, Illinois. And then I pick dates here. I pick the ones I like. And in the summer, we do more shows. You know, we can play outside. We can't.
Wait, where do you play outside?
Well, there's a whole backyard where I want to build a skate park. That's my vision for this
A skate park in back of Cemitas.
Yes, I'd love to buy this building and build a skate park
Dude.
here and have skate park punk rock tacos.
Oh my God. Well, and you're answering the obvious question is like, how do you keep scaling up? I think that's part of the answer right there.
Yeah.
You keep growing this thing that you
There's
have
nothing
here.
better than having a bowl getting ripped while you have music like getting ripped on stage. It's just big rip fest.
Big
Love
rip
it.
fest. And I mean, to have tacos on top of that, I mean,
Yeah.
it's like, it all
And
comes
tacos.
together.
Yes.
So how probable or plausible is that?
Well, Morrow said that since the beginning, I've been telling everyone I want to do that, and he's just waiting for the right time. The main owner of this building in his 90s passed away last year. His wife survives, and she's managing all these businesses, all these lots. She owns them all, and he'd love to buy it. I mean, it's probably $1.5 million. We're on North Avenue. We're right by North Avenue and 83. It's the busiest intersection.
Yeah, this is a big thoroughfare.
So, even if we can't buy it or if they won't let us, he said he signs another 5-year lease because 2 of his years got wasted on COVID of his 5 years. She said she'll let him sign another lease 100%. She said, no problem. So we're signing a new lease in October. Then, I think this spring he'd let me build a wood ramp, anything I want back there. So we might even pop a half pipe up. But then, say next fall, maybe he signs that lease. Maybe he'll let me dig that hole. Pour that bowl. That's what I want to do.
One thing that I think we all love about punk rock is that sense of community. Mm-hmm. I think this is a great example of a place that helps build that community. Because it's funny, I know you use social media to bring a lot of people together and let people know, but there's something almost artificial about social media community. This is the real thing.
Definitely.
Seeing the faces.
And the thing about community is everyone takes a part in it. Mm-hmm. Like everyone builds this together. That's it. I mean, I just had like an idea and like talked to a guy, and then it was just pretty much like it was a ready to go thing. Everyone's ready for that because this area, for some reason, the west suburbs always had that, and it had been missing it. The people that are like my age, and there was, it's been gone from them for the last 10 years, whether for different reasons. Different people. People had families, whatever, couldn't be in bands, couldn't play much anymore. Now they're coming back to it in their 40s or 50s. Their kids are raised and they're like ready to rock again.
Well, and that's my next question. What is the state of the scene? Because there are the elder statesmen, there are the dudes in the 40s and 50s, and we're friends with them. But do you see the next generation coming up?
Oh, yes. This is all ages. So, yes, my son is a freshman in high school, and he's got all these friends coming up here. He made friends up here.
I love it.
Definitely.
That's the way it should be. Mm-hmm. That is the way it should be. All right, so talk to me
and
about...
And they're the ones that mosh, because we can't mosh anymore.
No, that's not a good idea. And it's not a good look either.
Yeah.
In an era where phones are taking pictures and video of everything, it's not a good look for any of us. All right, so show-wise, you mentioned, where you'll be. Can you throw me some of the bands that'll be playing in upcoming gigs?
Well, Tiger Sex comes out here. Sump, that's Neil Patterson of the old Downtown Brown Band. He comes up here a lot. We're gonna have Acid Witch up here. Snuffed, Greedworm, Sex Dream comes up here. The He Who Corrupts show. So many great bands. We got our next show next week on Saturday, January 21st at Exit Saloon has Anger, Conciencia Total.
Is that another Latin band?
Conciencia. I think that means total conscious.
Is that another Latin punk?
Yes.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I want a lot of Latin bands.
I love that
with
crossover.
The whole punk rock tacos thing. We need more. Yeah. I listen to that stuff on Spotify constantly. I love it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Like all Espanol punk. It's great.
So you mentioned that you're a contractor. Is this slowly kind of becoming a full-time concern for you, or is it basically the equivalent of having a second full-time job?
It's like it's my mornings and it's my evenings. Yeah, constantly answering messages, but it's fun. It's like playing matchmaker.
It is.
It's fun.
It is, and like you said, there's no shortage of bands who are reaching out or that you can reach out to. It's just there aren't enough hours in the day to like match artists with dates and sets, and
we do it, and we get a lot of people out of town. One of my favorite bands of all time now, already, only after seeing them once, is Boss's Daughter. Boss's Daughter out of Reno. Shout out to them. They will be coming back. They love us. We love them. We had an awesome show. And the YouTube channel can show it all because now I upload full sets.
Do you?
I don't just set this all up. I video it, and tonight is the first time we're actually live tracking every track that goes through the board.
Oh, that's fantastic. So it'll sound amazing.
Start making compilation records on vinyl and everything. Talking Punk Rock Tacos Records, kind of like emerging.
Yes.
And doing splits with bands live and recorded, all this shit. So, yeah.
That's a great vision.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, if you're building this brand, I mean, make it... Totally, make the merch...
Let's make more.
Oh, my God.
I want to see a live Boss Daughter from Punk Rock Taco album.
I am full on board for that vinyl.
Yes.
That's what a great idea.
Check them out. It's my favorite band right now.
All right, so Noah Corona, Punk Rock Tacos. We are here. Again, the address, I don't have it memorized, so I'm going to look it up. Cemitas Poblanas, 345 North Avenue in Villa Park. Are all the shows 6 o'clock doors, 8 o'clock start, or just tonight?
Yes, I always like you to get in early at 6 so you can get a dinner. Get some food in.
Yeah, get a little protein.
Jump around.
Build a base before you have a couple cocktails.
Yeah. Friends have dinner first, right? So
that's exactly right. All right. Well, I guess the final question is two-part. If an artist wants to reach out because they want to play, where do they find you? How do they do that?
Hit me up. My name's Noah Corona. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. PunkRockTacos.vp is on Instagram. Punk Rock Tacos page is on Facebook. And check out our YouTube channel. And start a band and get over here and play.
There it is.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease. Keep your message at the top. I don't care if you message me 50 times. Do it.
You don't?
No, let's do it.
And then I think you just answered question number 2. How do people consume this? They can come out. They can visit the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
You can keep them up to date on Facebook. I love what you're doing. I mean, I totally get the vision. And like I said at the beginning, I think this is something that was missing. Like that's the secret to successful entrepreneurship. Identify a problem and solve it. And I think that's what you did with this.
I missed my high school days when it was all here. It disappeared. And I wanted it back, and that was that easy. When I said, let's do it, everybody was all in right away. And came running.
For me, I live north of here. This is so easy to get to. I mean, obviously, if you live in the west suburbs, piece of cake. But, I mean, it's just a couple of big highways away. It's not hard to get to at all.
Well, yeah, we're right here at 290 and 294.
Yeah. Or even 355 isn't much of a stretch.
355 and 290 as well. Yeah.
All right, Noah, thank you. Let's finish our burritos.
Let's do that.